To throw is Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
2nd and 8 at the Patriots' 28-yard line.
To throw, it's Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike 51. Who that? Mike 51. Mike 51. Squeeze, double. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Murray now. Being chased, and a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd. In fact, they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time now with James White. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Newton. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A play fake to Michelle, now Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turn to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray, eluding the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Throwing now is Murray. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot.
At the Patriots' 8-yard line.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal.
51, Mike.
They'll run with Drake. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
He was brought down.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
You got nothing. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Shotgun now from Murray. Steps away to his left. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try.
A 27-yard attempt.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Mike 48, Mike 48, 20. 48 for Mike. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still win. Y'all playing the wrong football.
The shotgun snap for Newton. On the left side, a catch by White. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Cardinals 3.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle, Julian Edelman. It's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Newton. Open man is Myers. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
That's trash. That's trash. Cross.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Behind the line.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Michel. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. He'll drop it underneath to White. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
What you got?
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
He completes it right side to White. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
The Patriots first down.
On first down, it's Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. This is White on the screen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To the air again, Newton. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And the former Arizona Wildcat, Folk, gets this one to go. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Let's go, defense.
1st down, Murray. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
Mike 51, you must be getting tired of seeing me.
From the gun, Murray. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a 1st down. Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Behind the line of
so nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Following the fumble recovery, Newton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Hassan Reddick gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Second down.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, here's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James White, the man he was looking for out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, what's that?
Throwing again. Murray right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Murray. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
36-yard line.
What's that?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down, Patriots.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down and 6. From the gun, they run with Michelle. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. And it's Michelle once again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And the former Arizona Wildcat Folk gets this one to go. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Now Murray. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a third down.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
A 4-yard loss. It's fourth down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Circle round twice for the uncle. If you know, you know.
line of scrimmage. The 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Check 48. 20. Check 48.
They'll run with Michelle, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Again, it's Michelle. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
Cardinals 3.
So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Murray trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
What,
it's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And the former Arizona Wildcat Folk gets this one to go. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the
Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that'll be knocked away It's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the draw, it's White. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
And out. It's 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 11. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over.
26-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch you work, watch you hate, watch him lurk, can't relate. Watch his dirt out the mud. The dirt above the waters, in the mercy at the gate, on site. Red breed, red tight, set the bar, take flight. Yeah, I've been grinding since a young and they told me my timing was coming. I've been hustling with no fun and forget all the fake at the money. I'm out in that late where it's sunny.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Murray. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Murray, one final try. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long and sign off from the desert.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me, bro? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, then I hit that. 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 Yeah, stars born, I've been ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise,